Okay, y'all, the wait is over. If you've been following me on social media or you've been listening to my recent podcast, you know that I have a very special guest joining me in my series called Love After Divorce Success Stories. Well, it will be on Monday, April 18th, and many of you will know my guest from her podcast, Come Follow Me for Us. It is none other than Melanie Wellman Stroud. I am so excited to share our interview about the beautiful, happy life that she has created after going through a difficult divorce. It includes her story and how she met her new husband and how she is happily remarried now. Spoiler alert, they may or may not have met at a family reunion in Alabama. You'll have to tune in to find out. Anyways, you will not want to miss this interview. So check it out, April 18th. I also want to tell you about my new Facebook group, Joy in Your Journey Community. This is a place where you can go for support and guidance. And I will be on there regularly with free content. Just go to Facebook and search Joy in Your Journey and join the group. That's all. You're all set. Okay, y'all, I watched a movie over the weekend that has me thinking about believing. Have you ever wanted something so bad and believed it would happen with all of your heart until one day your belief became a reality? Well, the movie King Richard is about the father of two of the greatest athletes of all times, Venus and Serena Williams. In the movie, you see Venus's rising stardom and Serena's underdog beginnings. But the focal point of the film, as the title gives it away, is their father, Richard Williams. The film focused on his journey as a man and as a father, and the success of his daughters was life-changing for them and the entire family. But really, it was a massive win for Richard Williams. The movie tells the story through Richard's perspective, and he describes writing an 85-page plan for how his two youngest daughters would become the two best tennis players in the world. And the miraculous thing about this is that he wrote this plan before the girls were even born. Wow. Richards grew up dirt poor in a shack in Louisiana, and he had various run ins with the Ku Klux Klan, where he was beaten and even left for dead by his father. To say that he had rough beginnings is an understatement. He had very little education, but he had this impossible dream for a better life for himself and his family. And it's amazing how he made it happen. So he moved his family to Compton, California, one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in the whole United States. And although he wasn't educated, he had a vision for a better life for his daughters and his whole family. He worked the night shift as a security guard, and during the day, he focused on schooling and training his daughters in their educational pursuits and in tennis. And he and his wife believed so fully in their vision for their daughters' futures that they lived as if their vision of their daughters' worldwide tennis success was a guaranteed fact that would eventually happen. And guess what? It was. It happened. And it's all because of his belief, his unstoppable belief that it would eventually happen. They were so poor at the time when he had five daughters, and Venus and Serena are the youngest of the five. They had so little material goods that he went around to local country clubs and asked if he could collect all of their used tennis balls for his girls to use to practice with. He wrote on posters inspirational messages, and he would hang them up every day when he practiced with the girls. And the messages said, "You are the greatest tennis player of all time, and you are unstoppable." And he would hang them up and take them down every day because they practiced on old tennis courts that were half overgrown and dangerous areas. It's just unbelievable that he had this vision coming from where they came from. He made videos of his girls playing tennis, and he mailed them to every tennis pro, every tennis organization in the country that he could find. And then he followed up the mailing of the videos by calling every contact that he could find personally. And when possible, he would go visit them in person. And when he was rejected time after time after time, and even laughed at many times, he would simply say, "You will regret passing up this once in a lifetime opportunity of training the best tennis players in the world one day." And it happened. And years later, everyone ended up coming back to him, regretting passing up on the talent of his two young daughters. It's just inspiring how he made his vision a reality. He was so sure of his daughter's success that he convinced his wife and all of their children. They all believed that it was definitely going to happen, and they trained every day. They skipped social outings and didn't date and get involved in most extracurricular activities. It was their faith in God, focus on their family and their education, and tennis every day. And they remained driven to reach those goals, no matter what. Richard remained undeterred by the constant rejection from sponsors and country clubs and tennis pros. And he just stayed focused on keeping his family safe among the violence and keeping them focused on reaching their goals. So it is unbelievable, his passion and dedication for helping his daughters reach their full potential. It is beyond a rags to riches fairy tale. It is definitely that, but it is so much more. I've just been inspired by his vision that he believed in so strongly, that he wanted for his daughters and his family. What he had to go along with that was the drive, the dedication, the determination to execute the necessary plan to make that dream a reality. And his dream did come true, even beyond his wildest dreams. So, how did he do it? And why doesn't everyone do this? The answer is managing your mind. And as I've been telling you in my previous podcast episodes, if you've been following along and listening to me, everything starts in your brain with your thoughts. Our brains are the most amazing creations, and your brain is going to continue thinking thoughts that ultimately direct your life, whether it is managed or not. And your thoughts are going to create emotions that will drive your actions in your life, at work, at home, in everything that you do. Have you ever noticed that if you're depressed at work, you will create different results than if you have a positive mindset? There's whole fields of study about this, but large companies and organizations that have thousands of employees, they know this, and they put significant resources into cultivating positive working environments and motivating their employees, because they know it pays off in the end in the results that are created by those employees. So, in order to change your results, you must change your beliefs or your thoughts. Your mind is constantly seeking evidence to prove your thoughts true. When I help my clients see how they have created evidence to prove their beliefs, they will stop using that self-created evidence to prove that they can't achieve their goals in their future. This is what we as life coaches mean when we say you can achieve anything you put your mind to. So, how did Richard Williams create this almost unbelievable outcome for his daughters? He created a goal, very specifically, 85 pages of a plan before they were even born, and aligned his thinking with this goal. And then he took massive action to create evidence to prove it true. And he did not stop until he had reached his goal. That is the formula. And you can do it too. The work of aligning your thoughts with your end game is essential. And that is what we do in coaching. This is not an affirmation or a pretty thought that, you can occasionally think. You have to find a way to think about your goal or your vision for your future that you really believe in and that will direct and drive you to do the work to reach your goal. When you think about your goal or your vision for your future, it may seem way beyond your current abilities. The process of dreaming and thinking about your goals in the present moment is what brings to light all the things preventing you from believing it in a deeper way. Setting goals and believing in them enough to achieve them will bring up the obstacles and roadblocks on your path to deeper greatness. You are not going to be any better. You're not going to be any greater, but you will have removed the obstacles that are blocking you from knowing how great you are right now. That is a big difference. Basically, you can predict where you are going to be by what you are telling your brain to think. Remember, your thoughts create your feelings, which drive your actions and ultimately produce your results. That is how it happens all the time, no matter what. You are always creating the results that you have in your life. Results do not just happen to you. Making a goal or creating a vision for your future is a way of choosing what you want your results to be, instead of just living in default mode and letting your unsupervised brain drive you to the same results you've always had. Many people are so busy rushing around, putting out fires in their lives and reacting to everything that's going on that they don't have a plan for their future. They just let it happen. They don't allow themselves to dream and create a vision for what they want in the future. And if you're dealing with a separation, difficult marriage, or you've just gone through a divorce, most likely the vision that you've had for your future has been destroyed. Now is the perfect time to create a new one. Do you dream about your future? Do you even allow yourself to dream something wildly creative and fulfilling? Let yourself dream big, dream huge even. If you can dream it, you can make it a reality, and I can help you achieve it. I would love to help you make your seemingly impossible goals a reality. So reach out to me and let's chat about how we can create an unimaginable dream for your future and how I can help you make it a reality. If you enjoyed what you have heard here today, please share it with your friends and anyone who might need some love and support. I would be so grateful if you would subscribe, rate, and review my show on your favorite podcast player. Thanks for listening. Bye, y'all. Are you struggling with the trials of divorce? There is a path to find joy in your journey. I would love to help you. Go to jenzingmark.com to get all the info. There you'll find a free download to help you start thinking happier thoughts today. And you can sign up to receive my weekly newsletter. If you like what you've heard here and want to dive deeper into this work, sign up for a free mini session with me. This is just the tip of the iceberg, my friends. There is so much more. I would love to work with you and be your life coach.